We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. With that, let's head over to the Space City of Houston. Standing by at NRG Stadium, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 74 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. Leading them out is the former first-rounder from all the way back in 2004 from Miami of Ohio, Ben Roethlisberger.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. First carry for James Conner. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. We got three, folks. We got 3.
He'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Able to get away. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
So many weapons on this offense, and we've seen them all season long score from any point on the field. But we all know playoff football comes down to playing smart. The game slows down, and it's harder to move it. So you've got to avoid penalties, avoid turnovers, and not let your emotions get the best of you.
And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Stephon Tuitt's game continues to gain notice and respect. He's a long defensive end, but has great ability to bend and get leverage. Can take on blockers at the point of attack and also shows skill in rushing the passer.
You mentioned he's long, 6'7", over 315 pounds. Man, he is huge. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. Third and long, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He's going to launch it for Washington. He's got a man, complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
That's on the former Army Ranger, Alejandro Villanueva. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And running with power here. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds his man Johnson. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now Roethlisberger going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's Watson with a catch made by Hopkins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw is Watson. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. To the air yet again, Watson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will push the lead up to 5. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald there to make the grab, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back.
Roethlisberger's pass complete to Vance McDonald. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Boswell good with the extra point, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach Offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They go play action here on first down. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Johnson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. Watson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby. Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
Here's Sam Martin now. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So Ben Roethlisberger and the offense. Down by 8, 1:54 on the clock. This is where your playoff medal is tested on the road, needing a touchdown to stay alive as they've got it 1st and 10. Running to start the drive is Samuels. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
Here we go.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Roethlisberger to throw. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
The touchdown saved their playoff lives momentarily. Now for the 2-point conversion. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to, can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen?
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
The clock showing 19 seconds to go. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, the team expecting it.
Stay with your man. Jim.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs, because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a